Hello everyone. So this is Power BI Detail, and today we are going to see the first simple report sales summary dashboard. So in the last session, we have seen some of the basics transformation in Power Query, like how we can connect to the data model, or like how we can import the data in Power Query, and then adding this customer table to a new table. So we have seen these options, like we'll be looking more into the Power Query in the upcoming sessions. And but our major focus for the today's session is like just build a sales summary dashboard using Power BI desktop that visualize sales product and regional performance. So the data set which we are going to use, that is a sales, that is having a sales products and region. And we discussed like we are going to see all the data, or like use the data which is connected with the SQL server. So currently the data which we have loaded, so if you see there is an error, it is coming right now because the data is not able to fetch from the SQL. So let me first log in to that SQL server. So if your database is not connected, or the the database is not up in the server, so there is an issue you might be facing, like this kind of errors while exporting, or like exporting the data from SQL server, or establishing a connection with the SQL server. So make sure like the database is up and running, and then we will be able to import the data as well, or like connect to the data, or work with that data, right? And in this session we are going to look some of uh, the architecture view of the database is like for this dashboard, it is like data source, Power Query transformation, data model, and visual layer. So we have done already in our previous sessions, we have seen this data source and Power Query transformation as well, and data modeling also we have done. Now we will be looking more into the visual layer. So here we have to create a dashboard like total sales by region and sales by category. So we have this data. If you see, I'm not writing any query here. So it is just connected, and the adventure work database, we can able to view the tables or the database. Like you can query the data if you want. So currently we don't have a product or product category. So let's see what are the tables we have. We have the internet sales. This is our fact table, and let me, so we don't need this customer data. So I am going to delete all this table. So let me delete this merge as well. And let's keep the customer table, and let's connect the product as well. So the server name will be same, and the database name will be AdventureWorks Data Warehouse 2019. So in your case, it might be some different name, so you can use it. We can, so we are not going to use direct query as discussed, like because we, if we have to make any changes, then we won't be able to make any changes in the Power Query or adding a new column. So Power Query we can make the changes, but yes, if in the front end I want to create a new column on top of that table, then I will not be able to do that. So let's do this. Click OK, and we are going to connect with the product table. Let's bring the geography, product category, product subcategory, sales region, sales territory as well, reseller, and click OK. So today we are bringing some more tables here just to work with the data model and like create some of the more views, right? So just click close and apply. So it will load all the data, and we will be working on all these tables and all these views we are going to create. So if you see, I have also given one hands-on exercise. So like import the provided data sets, create relationships, and visual save your dashboard and share it using public Power BI service, optional. And like some couple of questions like what are the three main data sets used in the lab. So we are using product and sales and regions. So these are our three data sets. And which type of visual is best suited for showing regional sales distribution. So we can use card visuals, chart as well, and there are multiple. If I want to see the distribution, so then I will show you like what is the best visual to use the regional sales distribution. What is the role of Power Query in this process? So Power Query is basically to blend the data to some transformation, basic transformation in case we need. Otherwise, we can leave it as it is. How can you format visuals for better readability? So you can use, like for example, you can use text, you can use color coding, we can use some of the formatting options of visuals like shadow and other descriptions are also there, or other components are also there, which we can use to make it for a better readability. Okay, so now we see the report view. This is our report view. So let's bring the fact internet sales here. So this is our main table. Okay, and this is called Snowflake schema, which we discussed last time, like how to, what is Snowflake schema, what is a star schema. So we see like currently in the managed relationship, only the customer key is connected, right? All these are connected with the same other tables. Like if you see the product subcategory, and product subcategory is connected with the dim product with the product subcategory. So many to one, the relationship is correct. Okay. So if I want to create any new relationship, for example, fact internet sales with the dim product, so product key with the product, and we have to create a visual for regions, right? So we are going to establish a new relationship, fact internet sales, and we have here currency key, customer key, order date key, promotion key, sales territory key. If you see here, we have a sales territory key as well. So let's see, sales territory key. We can create a relationship for that as well. Click on close. Now come here. I'm going to just keep the canvas background little bit light, and let's insert one text box, sales summary dashboard. This is going to be our first dashboard, right? So we will just add this text box over here. We can just reduce the size of this one, and in the canvas background which we have added, just the transparency, so we can change the background of this. We can search here. So you can go to effect and you can switch off the background. So this will look like a little bit professionally, and look and feel will be looking good. So now we have to see the sales by region products. Okay. So let's bring the sales. So let me create some of the DAX formula as well. So let's see what we have in the data. So we have sales, we have a unit price, we have an extended amount, we have a total unit price, total tax amount. So let's create a measure. So total sales equal to sum of total sales. So sales amount. Okay. Now we'll bring the product and we can use the product description as well or product name. So if you see here, like what are the product name, let's bring the English product name and the sales, total sales. So this is the table view, right? And what we can do, we can use the column chart or bar chart here too. So here you have, we can change the text of this title like total sales by product or like just keep it product. Okay. And here also we can change the background, we can switch out the background so it will match uh, with the color. Okay. So here we can just switch on the data labels. Okay. And do some of the formatting inside end, and here we can make it black. The title we don't need, so we can switch it off. And in the x-axis we don't need the title, we can switch it off. Value, the color we can make it black. So now this looks like little bit much better, and this gives us the product details of each each product. So you can rename this as well, like if somebody will hover, so they can see like it is the product and the total sales of that product, right? And if we want to slice and dice with the geography, so we have created a relationship. Here we can see the fact internet sales. So we have a sales territory key. So let's go and see what we have in the sales territory. So we have the country, we have the region, and we have the territory group as well. So let me bring the filter. So we can filter the data by, we can use this slicer. Okay. So you can just select like which country or the region you want to slice and dice. So if you see there are NS as well. So we can just make the slicer setting, just change the setting of the slicer, make it drop down so that we can select one of this, Australia or some country, and just keep the, we can change any another color. It's not like this is the only color is available. You can do lot of formatting. Okay. So here we have this formatting. So all the pages will go like that. Okay. So if we use this color, we can select all these options are there in the view. Like what is the best view we want for the reporting. So here we can use all these color codings. Okay. Here if we'll use, so this will be the color coding for that. In the background automatically it will change. So I am going to keep just a normal. These are the themes, which is the default themes. So we are going to keep it with the normal themes only. Sales. Let's keep it just a region. And there is another requirement. What we want to see, like so total sales by region and sales category. So category you can keep it. We can keep the product subcategory or English product subcategory name as well. So let's bring this one and let's move this to the y-axis. Okay, so this is by product category. Total sales by product category. And we can make these charts a little bit smaller so that we can adjust some more charts. Okay, so here total sales by this. So we can, instead of let region, let me bring the country. So let's keep the country. So we have now country. Okay, and if you see, this is a dim geography. So this is not connected. Let's bring this sales territory key country. So we can see now this is, we are able to drill down and just make this to a country. Okay, we can change the formatting little bit for this slicer as well. So just switch off the background and make this text black and the color slicer setting. So if you see here, we can select the countries. So it is visible also, right? So we can little bit sync this so that we have a space to utilize this, like what we want to create in the sales summary dashboard. And we can adjust. So these are the, this is one bar chart, this is one bar chart, and let me sync this little bit more so that we have enough space to create some more visuals. So total sales by product, and let me bring the region as well. So we can add all these things, but I am removing. So which region it is currently, right? So if I unselect, I can see all the regions. But if I select country, Canada, Germany, France, UK. So if you see like US, so US we have some of the regions like Southwest, Northwest, Southeast, right? So this is also we have. So let me just a little bit adjust this. So this is without, we are not doing lot of calculations or things. So I'm just showing you guys total sales by region. So this will be region. So we don't have a region for other countries, but we have a region for US. So we can save this, and the total sales by region category. So we have got the category as well. Let's Let's use this time stack bar chart, or let's bring a clustered bar chart or column chart. So if we have to see distribution, then we can use this too. Like in case 100%, so I'll show you guys like how it is, how it will look like. So here I'm going to bring the subcategory. Okay. So here if you see English product subcategory, French subcategory. So I think product category. Okay. So here we have product category, and here we have product subcategory. So just change the title, subcategory. Okay. And now we want to see also there is in the exercise, like if you see bonus challenge, so add a KPI card to show YOY growth and a slicer for a dynamic region selection. So region, instead of region, we have given a country slicer where you can dynamically, but yes, let's see how to see the distribution. Like for example, if I want to see sales distribution, so let me copy this visual and paste it over here. And so we want to see the total sales and also like the profit. So let's see what all the columns we have. So we have sales, unit price, sales amount, product cost. So to calculate profit, we can multiply with the sales amount with the unit price. So let's see. Let me create a new measure. So here we are going to calculate profit. So sales amount. So sum of, let's say, total sales. Let's create a new measure over here. Unit price, total unit price. So sum of unit price. Okay. Now if we want to create a new measure to calculate profit, so total sales multiply by total unit price. Okay. So I want to compare two KPIs, total sales and profit. We have created what happened. Okay. Total sales multiply by total unit price. Okay. So let's bring this profit to our visual. So we can also we use the order date as well to see the trend of sales versus profit. This is one thing which we can do to see like how is our sales is growing or how is the profit. So like year and month. So we can see like how this is the total sales and profit it is going for this data. So currently we have a data of like total sales and total profit. So if you want to create a, if we want to create a new measure like 100% stack column chart or like multiple categories, so we can bring this total sales and let's compare the category and this subcategory. So if you see like this is a kind of a distribution which is giving, so instead of category or subcategory, what we can do, let's say the region, and we can bring the country. So this will give you a kind of a distribution, like if you see here how much distribution or contribution is there for this sales and for the total sales by region and country. So if I want to include profit as well, I can include that. So move to the, or else we can visualize the information by this way as well to showcase the distribution. Okay. So here you can switch on the data level. So here we can see like the contribution for each region or country sales is showing. So this is also how we can visualize and we can bring this visual here and we can present it. Okay, but this is the best way to present like how is the sales and the profit is going for each year